Welcome back. We're on step 3 of building your online sales process. So the last couple of days we went through grading the product or service that we want to try to sell online, and then just gathering as much content that we had around that product or service, right? So the next thing that we need to do, and you've probably heard this a ton of times, is defining your client persona or your key customer persona or whatever you want. These are just demographics that we really want to hit in. When I went to school in 96 and I graduated my marketing school for TV and radio, these demographics were very, very generic: men, women, age group, and within the range of that TV or radio station. But now you can get really, really granular, and with all these different ad platforms, and the more granular you can get, the more creative you can get with the kind of ads that you want to get. My favorite ad to run for any kind of service that could be a gift is to a husband or a wife that I know that they have a significant other that has a birthday coming up. And I say, hey, buy this for your significant other for their birthday. And that's how granular you can get with all these different tools. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Facebook, Instagram are the same. You can't get that granular inside of Google or YouTube, but you can inside Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So anyway, we're gonna go through the first thing you have to do, and I do this for 3 different key clients for every single project that we do. Sometimes you have the demographic off, sometimes you got the artwork off, sometimes you got the offer off. I generally find that the offer is the home run. If you can get a good offer, that's where the things will start to accelerate, and you'll get people into your mix. So we're gonna go ahead and do the very first one. We're gonna continue using the yoga studio as our key example. So our very first, we're just gonna say our typical yoga person is 30 to 45, right? 30 to 45, and I'm saying 30 to 45, I understand that younger women and younger men like yoga as well, but when you're at the 30-year range up, if we're doing $100 a month kind of service, we know that they're young, we know that they're stable, we know that they have a job, and those kinds of things, or a lot of them do. Gender, it's female. Yoga is a female product, primarily. Not that men don't do it. You are absolutely not just allowed to stereotype in this, you're required to stereotype inside of your marketing. Location, we're gonna just say the zip code that they're in, or the pinpoint. So I like to either do a couple of zip codes around, or depending on the tool that you use for your ad, you can put a pin and then say a 10 or 15 mile radius. Most service providers are a 15-mile radius. People are willing to drive 15 miles for a specific service. The more niche you are, the longer people will drive. So for an example, about 3 or 4 years ago, the axe throwing places were popping up, and people would drive 30 minutes to an axe throwing place because it was new and unique. Now they're kind of littered everywhere. The same with the escape rooms, right? So this is something that you know your market better than anybody else. If you're very, very unique, cryo freezers right now in a lot of cities are unique enough that you can go out 30, maybe 40 miles because they're not everywhere yet. But as your market gets more saturated, you'll hone in on that. And when you solve a specific problem for somebody in a very specific geographical location, that's where all of this marketing campaigns, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of those things pay off the easiest, right? Not saying that national brands can't do them, but whenever you create a local intent and you couple that with Google Maps and you couple it with local ads, it really, really flies off the chain. Relationship, we're gonna say married here. Parent, I'm gonna say yes, right? The typical person that's doing yoga, body recovery, things like that, probably had a kid. Education, I'm gonna say at least high school and some college, right? But you can kind of play with these as much as you want. I highly recommend playing with these. As you get one customer persona up and you start running ads for them, then you might want to change it and have another ad with a slightly different demographic to test the difference in those demographics to see is someone that graduated from college going to sign up for your offer a lot faster than somebody that had some college. You just never know. So this whole thing is trial. A lot of it is trial and error. Income, I don't know. This is going to be your inside your wheelhouse. I think 80,000 up would be the kind of person that would pay for yoga on a regular basis, a key client. Not saying that somebody that makes $40,000 doesn't need or can't use yoga, but we're specifically looking for somebody that has the means and the desire to buy the product or service. TV shows, I'm going to say The View, Oprah, those kinds of shows, any soap operas, anything that is mindfulness and awareness of the world, because yoga is all about mindfulness and stuff like that. So books, Chicken Soup for the Soul, stuff that you would get from your kids, self-help books, any yoga books, right? So here you can just go to Amazon and type in yoga books, and you get a whole list of yoga books, and you can kind of just tag them in there, stuff like that. People that they follow, this is huge. If there is some kind of celebrity yoga person, I don't know any off the top of my head right now, but then you can start tagging, adding them, other groups that they follow inside of Facebook, Instagram, any of those things, you can start doing those. Now, you could also make very specific pages, landing pages for somebody that loves a specific book or a very specific person they follow. You can even go to Cameo now and have that person create a quick little ad for you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so these kind of tips and tricks can be huge for your marketing campaign. Job title or political party, I don't think it matters for yoga, right? Yeah. I would say they'd probably lean a little left on their social views, but I think conservative minding and liberal would both could do yoga. I don't think that there's a political line.
I don't think so. Not for yoga.
Job title, social media marketer.
Yeah.
Any desk job, administrative assistant, help desk person, nurses. Nurses are really concerned with their health. So all your different kinds of nurses, CCNA, or not CCNA, that's a networking thing.
Networking.
Your RNs, all your different kinds of RNs, respiratory nurses, x-ray techs, all of those jobs fit in there as well. Again, we're not trying to demean anybody. This is just this is typical generalizations, right?
You're just honing in on that person.
That person, right? So this can be really big or really small. And I say try it all a bunch of different ways. I know that in Facebook, the job title is way less now. They don't give it much credit. I don't even know if you can do it, if you can buy the job title anymore. But then groups that they belong to, this is really, really important. So if we're selling yoga, I want mindfulness, I want body awareness. So I would definitely, also you want to hit the fad people, right? So the ketos, the paleo diet, any groups that they're following there, and then any yoga groups or meditation groups also I would hit with this person as well. So that would be one, and what is this, a 30 to 45-year-old female,
right?
Living within 15 miles of your address, married with children, income over 80,000. And here's on the income, it's a little weird because you have the individual that you're marketing to, but then you also have household income. Right. For this, on the landing page that you're going to create for this, you need to create that person. You need to create the imagery that looks like that person. So you need a 30 to 45-year-old woman that's doing yoga, maybe in a field, and she's got her family playing in the background or something like that. I would try to figure out something creative to put in all of those elements so that when this person lands on your landing page, you've got them there. It doesn't matter how. We're not talking about traffic generation now. We're talking about building that customer persona. Whatever ad you use, if it's a billboard, you want the same image on the billboard as you want on that landing page. And this is why we create landing pages specific for our ads, because your website is all about you, right? It's telling people about you. It's where somebody would go to find information about you or your company and the services that you offer. This landing page is all about this person, right? Nobody else at all. So it's really huge that you keep identifying with your ideal buyer through this entire process. Chris, let's go ahead and do one more. And
All right.
because we have all these different offers, we want to try each one of these personas with these different offers, right? And this one, we're gonna go way on the other side of the fence, right? I don't know that this one would actually work or not, but we're gonna say men the same age range.
So we'll do 30,
30 to 45.
45.
And we're gonna say men
Mm-hmm.
and the same location, right? Because we're not selling services outside of that location. If we go digital, then maybe then we'll up that game. But again, I always say before you start a digital plan, if you have a brick and mortar business that's running and you don't have your marketing down yet, get the brick and mortar business marketing down first before you try to do a digital play. If you don't know how to do the marketing for your brick and mortar business, you're probably not going to figure out the marketing for the digital play. You'll invest a whole lot of money in creating a digital infrastructure and not know how to sell it. So it's really important to have this down. If you're brick and mortar that's also looking to create some revenue from different stuff, make sure you have your marketing down for your brick and mortar first. So their location is now their relationship. I don't care here. I think I actually want a single. I want a single man. Single man. Not a parent. Education. We're gonna say highly educated. We're gonna say bachelor's or better. So bachelor, masters, all those things, right? We wanna create a guy that's single and is 30 to 45. Actually, let's take that 45 to 55. Let's raise that up a little bit. 30 to 55.
Oh, you just want to do 30 to
30 to 55, correct.
Okay.
I'm a 47-year-old man. I don't think there's a lot of difference in a man between 45 and 55.
Yeah.
I think once he's hit that, he's kind of the same guy for that time. At 55, I think my mind might start going in different places. He's not a parent, educated, highly educated. Income, we're gonna say 150 and up. 150,000 a year and up. TV shows, we're gonna say queer guy for the straight guy.
Yep.
Queer eye for the straight guy. Man, that's kind of hard to say. So we don't know this. I don't think that you can target sexual orientation inside your ads at this moment. You can target it based on your landing pages and your imagery, but I don't think you can choose that demographic inside of any kind of ad platform. So what we're looking at is just a metrosexual man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Urban. He's well-rounded. He's trying to be more holistic in his life.
Yes.
He may be gay. He may not be gay. I don't know at this point, but he's at least a metrosexual man, right? I can't think of any other TV shows that he might like. I think if you have a guy that likes Shark Tank and Queer Eye, you got a very specific person,
Yes.
right? That makes money, but also is concerned with fashion and style and new trends. I think that creates a pretty unique set of circumstances. Books, this one's hard for me. I read a lot of books, but they're mostly like business and self-help books, so I don't know what books he would like. I would go to Google and start searching for books and things like that. But I think GQ would be a magazine that they might like. Forbes would be a magazine that they might like. Again, I think you kind of see the kind of persona that I'm trying to create here. They like Queer Eye and Shark Tank. They like Forbes and they like GQ, right? I think I know a couple of these people.
Yeah.
I'm really good friends with them, the people that I know that are in this bucket. People that they follow, Damon John, probably Tony Robbins, Marcus Lemonis probably is this kind of stylish business guy. Political party, I'm going to throw it out. I mean, to me,
it's yoga. It doesn't.
yeah, I think most people on the planet are really towards the middle, and there's the outliners on the edges. And if you're selling T-shirts, you know, if you're selling a T-shirt that's, you know, "Make America Great Again" or whatever that saying was, or the Joe Biden stuff, you know, then you want to really focus on those drastic political party sides. But I think most people identify right down the middle, at least the people that I know. Job title, we're looking for business owner, entrepreneur, again, social media manager. I feel like most people on the planet are social media managers now. That's a pretty popular job these days. PR, marketing, like this ad is going to probably be, as I'm building this in my head, this one is for that 3-pack, buy 3 classes, get 1 free, and have the yoga mat. That's
Right.
that's kind of the ad or the landing page that I want to create and the offer that I want to give this person, right? So I want to get, for this, I want to create somebody that's looking for that first yoga experience, right? I want to kind of give them bundled on top of the things that they need. Groups that they belong to, get creative here. If you have a yoga studio, right, and you have men in your studio, and you do probably, right? Not
Right.
many. I've been to yoga. I go to a lot of yoga studios, and there's generally, you know, it's like 2% male when
Right.
you're there. So ask the people there, hey, what groups do you belong on Facebook? And probably they already like your page, so you can kind of stalk them. Stalking is approved. Not like traditional stalking, but online stalking to kind of, hey, this person is the kind of persona that I want.
Right.
Look at their Facebook, look at their Instagram, look at their TikTok, see who they're following, those kinds of things. Because at the end of the day, everybody's a unique, beautiful person. But these generalizations put people into these buckets and how they behave. And if you can figure that out, then you can really help your business out in a very, very dramatic way. So, and I recommend doing 3. I would do 2 very similar and then 1 kind of way off on the side. You might be surprised at what you find on the side. I know that I had a gym that was primarily female. When I talked to the owners, they said, oh, we're primarily female. Men don't even like our product, right? And I was like, well, can we just try and see what happens? And we created a promotion for men, and you know, they went from a 20% male to a 40% male gym. And it wasn't something they were wanting to do, but they're all new clients. So
Yeah.
like it makes a ton of sense to try these different things, unless you're trying to create a female only workout, which is another campaign that I'm currently working on right now. But this can be a lot of fun. It can also be exhausting, right? So try 3. Keep in mind, you're going to go through this process hundreds or thousands of times throughout your career as you're building these ads. And the point of these videos is a couple. 1, if you want to do it yourself, you'll have all the tools to do it, and you'll have some understanding and a process that you can follow. And 2, if you're hiring somebody, you kind of understand what these processes are, and you can ask better questions, right? So it doesn't matter to me if you want to hire us to do it, hire somebody else, or do it on your own. I want to make sure that everybody has a good, solid process that they can follow that will get them results, or at least that they understand what all the steps are. Because I'm sick at these guys, these funnel sales guys, selling you a funnel for anywhere between $500 and $500,000, right, depending on where it's at.
Right.
And they sell you a funnel, and you don't even know what you're getting, right? You have no idea what you're getting for that, which at the end of the day, a funnel, in my mind, is a landing page that starts gathering people's information so that you can sell them something either through that process or later on in the deal. So that's it for today. Get to work.